Yes, sir.
First of all, thank you for coming tonight. I promised my wife I would behave. I quite frankly don't agree with all your statistics. I did have the privilege of serving on a committee several years ago at the University of Buffalo with a study conducted by John Sheffer, who you probably know very well. We seem to see very little of that study anymore, and the basic conclusion of the study was that local government performs the best services for the local people. That's number one. Number two, our community has grown in size. Our community has grown in population. Our community has grown in value in the last 30 years. That's number two. Number three, I may give you a suggestion without going into all my other notes that I made, that the county government, when it was a board of supervisors, was very open to rural communities. The county legislature is now consistent, is not open so much to the rural communities because it represents the population instead of a physical area. The county government is also an extension, quite frankly, of the state government. And I really think if we want to do something proper, seeing the county government can't seem to function very well, maybe we should look at abolishing county government and the local governments dealing directly with the state, even though the state would like villages and towns to be taken away also, because I think that would give less headaches. But that's beside, I'm not picking on Mike Cole because I like Mike. But I quite frankly,
I'm not very fond of him.
I think the local government, quite frankly, is a lot closer to the people and does a better job. I'm not too fond of county government. During our October storm and during the blizzards of 77, et cetera, we don't know where the state and county are because they never show up. In fact, one county official forgot that Alden was even in Erie County last October. Quite frankly, I think the people in a rural community are very happy with their local representation. It's the bigger representation that doesn't represent us. And I think maybe, and I realize the villages are the easiest to attack. But by far, it's probably the oldest form of government, our villages. And I really think your challenge should be the county government to abolish themselves. I really think that would be an avenue to go. They say they can't control our finances, they can't control our health or anything else. I think small communities seem to do a much better job. We're not in the financial straits. We all would like to be able to charge less money, but we basically, our revenues are property taxes, as well as the towns. And the county, by somewhat, the state and federal government, although even now they're willing to put a cap on our property taxes. That's fine to do that because they don't collect property taxes, they collect income taxes. And I really think that everybody should take care of their own business, including our villages. And maybe the county should think of saying we don't need the county anymore. Thank you.
Bruce, taking your eloquent points in order. With respect to your truthful assertion of the high quality of services that are received by the residents of this village, there's no question about it. This study has nothing to do with the quality of services. As a matter of fact, they're magnificent. The question I'm posing is, could those services be equally as well delivered and administered by 3 bosses as opposed to 5? And I think if you look at, let's say, by way of comparison, in the private sector companies, there are companies here in Erie County. Let's take Moog, for example, in the town of Aurora. 28,000 employees around the country. A lot more than the Village of Alden. A lot more responsibilities, a lot more services that they do. They're governed by one person. They have one CEO. Now they have a board of directors which sets policies and adopts budget, which is what actually your role is. But I think the question is, which I think in light of our dire straits should be in a responsible way considered, is can we deliver those services with 3 bosses? Secondly, I disagree a little bit with your growth. I understand the statistics to which you're referring, but I think the practice, sir, of looking at each of the towns and villages as self-contained ecosystems is also contributing to our failure here, because people may live here in the Village of Alden, but you go to see the Buffalo Bills in Orchard Park, you love to go to the nice, tony, posh villages on Main Street in Snyder, you go to the Canal Fest in North Tonawanda, you see the Sabres in downtown Buffalo. The point is we cross boundaries all the time, and if those other communities are not doing well, sooner or later, Alden is not going to do well. Finally, and by the way, with respect to the county legislature, I say off with their heads. I think any idea of change, and I'm glad that my proposal provoked another change. If you're asking me, would I support that? Yes, anything. But here's the point. We've been talking about that for now 25 years, ever since the Board of Supervisors was dismembered and the county legislature was established. So why not try this? Why not try change in your own house first, and then vest in yourself with the moral authority to go to the county legislature and say, we here in Alden have changed, and now we need you to do the same thing. I think we'll meet with more success once you vest yourself with that moral authority. Mr. Mayor, thank you so much. Thanks so much. I'm most grateful. Thank you. Class dismissed. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Mr. Mayor.